Harbaugh and the offensive staff went back and watched the Oregon tape. What's the key to you guys starting faster as an offense?
Yeah, I think we just got to execute from the jump. I don't think there's much more to it than that. Can't have a false start to start the game, and that starts with me having better cadence and making sure they can hear me. But that's not a good start. Having a false start, and then second play should have been an explosive, wasn't. So and then second and 11, it's not a good spot to be in. So we just got to wipe away those little errors.
Drake, Northwestern's really disciplined with its zone drops, especially when they get into cover 2 and Tampa 2. How big of a challenge is it to execute against a team that, crisply gets into those zone coverages?
Yeah, they disguise really, really well pre-snap. So I'm going to have to do a great job, seeing it post-snap and meeting with our guys and making sure they're on the same page as me because they do a really good job disguising their coverages. So post-snap's going to be a really big thing for us this week.
Darius returned last week. He led the team in targets even as a receiver. So what's it like having Darius and his flexibility to do anything from take a carry to go out wide and win a one-on-one?
Yeah, he's special. Obviously, when he's out there, it's obviously a big boost for the offense, big boost for me. He's like a safety blanket out there. He's going to make every single catch as a running back, which not all running backs make. He gets open against linebackers, corners, safeties, makes really good cuts. He doesn't drop the ball. So I think when you have a guy like that is in the backfield and you can get matchups with him, but also on 3rd and 8 get a check down and he might go get a first down with it. It's really special to have a guy like that back there with you.
How much value does that bring to the route combination, just having a back who can not only do it in designed routes but check downs too?
Yeah, huge. I think when you can, even first, second, or third down, whatever the situation is, when you can use a guy like that, when they're getting out with a ton of lift, you can dink it to him and he's going to go get a first down and maybe take it an extra 15 yards, which that's not every back in the country. So I think he's so versatile, and when you have a back like that, it opens up the offense.
We saw you get off the offensive line a little bit during that Oregon game. What's been the message then this week?
Yeah, we just got to go 1-0 each play. I think each play is super independent, and I got to do a better job echoing that is, when a bad play happens or a good play happens, move on and get to the next play and execute the next play to the best of your ability. So I think that's the biggest thing.
You've played 3 of the tougher defenses in the country this season. What do you take away from that going forward as in confidence or anything?
Yeah, I think everything's a learning experience, good or bad. So you just gotta. I always usually rewatch the tape a few times before I move on, just to really gather all the information I can, whether I can help my teammates with things or really help myself, and so we can grow as a unit. Because at the end of the day, it's a team sport. So it's all about the guy next to you. So just continuing to help my guys, help myself, and ask questions from the coaches.
I think the under-discussed element of football is the protection piece and just how much work goes into getting into the right look pre-snap. How much has your knowledge expanded with protections, especially seeing a lot of different styles of defenses this season?
Yeah, I think obviously that was one of the most challenging things when I got here was protection. And I was with Max every single day, and he was really, really good at it because he had been doing it for a while. So I think that was obviously super beneficial for me. And then having Coach Harbaugh and Coach Keegan, really pushing me every single day to get better at that piece because, you don't want to get whacked in the back of the head and it be your fault. So you got to, be really locked in with the front, with the coverage tells, so you can get yourself in the offensive line and the best look to be successful.
You guys use the screen game a lot versus Oregon. For the casual fan, what goes into executing all the different screen designs that you guys have?
Yeah, you have to be very focused because, at the end of the day, if you, for me at least, if you put a ball on the wrong shoulder, you could not get the first down. You have to be really accurate with your screens. Like we talked about in the Purdue game, I threw that one high to Javon, and it might have been a touchdown if I throw it accurately. So, just being really detailed with every throw. O-line's got to be really detailed. Darius or whoever's in at running back has to be super detailed to make it all look the same, whether it's drop back or play action. We got to make everything look the same.
Anything else for Drake? All right. Thanks, Drake.
Thank you, guys.
We saw you return last week for the Oregon game. What was it like with the trainers in those couple of weeks trying to get you healthy to be ready to go?
It was great. They do a good job of setting up a good plan for me. The biggest thing is keeping my head in and make sure that I'm doing the things that I need to do. But they did a great job, and, I was excited to get back out there.
Saw you lead the team in targets last week. Harbaugh kind of moving you all around to try and get you the ball. Knowing you're coming off the an extended layoff, was it nice to know that you were still the number one feature point in this offensive game plan?
That's not something I really think about, necessarily being the number one feature. The biggest thing is just doing what I can to help the team win. So if that means going out at receiver or being in the backfield, taking 30 carries. But yes, it was great to go out there, catch the ball, feel like myself, and do what I love to do. Just help the team win, catch the ball, run the ball, do what I can to just be great.
How'd you feel you came out of it health-wise?
I feel great.
What's got your eye prepping for Northwestern?
The biggest thing is just how hard they play. They do a great job of flying around, swarming on defense. Offensively, they do a really good job. So it's a great team over there, and I'm excited to get out there and play. It'll be a hard-fought game.
If the run game's going to get going this week, what's been the biggest teaching points from the staff to you guys?
The biggest thing is just having the mindset to run the ball. That's been something that we worked on all year. It's just making it our identity. It is our identity. It's something that we pride ourselves on. It's something that's always been is we're going to run the ball. So the biggest thing is just the mindset going out there and just doing it, executing at the highest level.
Darius, from your perspective, where do you think Feme's progressed most as he's started playing and getting involved in the offense?
He's done a great job of just being him. He's a different back than me. He can run really fast. He's really twitchy, makes some crazy cuts. I can't really coach him up because he does completely different things than me. But he's done a great job of just hanging on to my coattail and just following me on how to do things, like how we go about things in the program. He's done that since he's got here. So I think he's done a great job of just progressing in the program. We develop guys here, so he's just growing over time, and he's getting better and better each week, each day. In practice, you can see him developing literally every day, changing different things, and he's growing a lot.
What are the biggest areas you've seen Drake come this season?
I'd say his leadership has been great. He's done a good job of just keeping the team together, making sure that we're keeping our head on straight, make sure that we're always upholding the standard. And he's also, I've seen him calm down and become more poised in the pocket, and I think that's really good.
If the offense is going to start faster here this weekend, what's got to change?
Execution. The biggest thing is just executing. P10, just getting the ball rolling, staying ahead of the sticks. Everybody just has to execute.
What's it been like for you to get to work with Greg and the entire staff, just with the route combinations and concepts, getting you involved in those over the course of your time here?
It's been really cool. It's kind of developed me as a football player in my mind. I've learned a lot as when it comes to, we're going back into the wildcat formations and I have to process like a quarterback in those situations, and then going out to receiver, having to look at the triangle and understand what I need to do and how I need to attack the defense. And then the run game I've developed tremendously. With me having the receiver background, it's been big for me to get these lessons as a running back, and it's been really cool to progress, and they've done a great job of that.
With as exotic as defenses get, is that a bigger challenge to be able to process, where you got to be, hitting landmarks, all those different things, and then also the pass protection component that kind of ties into that too?
I say, yeah, it is a challenge, but it's something that our coaches do a really good job of preparing us for. I think that the amount of time that we spend in the facility, the amount of time that we spend talking about it, studying it, it makes it easy once we get out there. But throughout the week, it's a grind to get those things installed and understanding what's in front of you, understanding what you're seeing, because they're disguises and things of that nature. So, they do a really good job of just teaching us and making sure that we understand what's in front of us.
You guys have achieved bowl eligibility. Do you look at these last two games as like a chance to maybe enhance your destination where you're going to?
These last two games it's just the next game. The biggest thing is just going 1-0 each week. We're focused on Northwestern this week. We're excited to get out there and play, and it's just 1 week at a time. We're not looking ahead to anything. We haven't really talked much about bowl eligibility. We've kind of just focused on next game, making sure that we go 1-0 in this game.
Knowing the playing surfaces and baseball stadiums aren't exactly the greatest for someone like a running back, what are the challenges that come with that?
I haven't really thought about that. We play anywhere. We'll play in the parking lot if we have to. But when it comes to the surface that we're playing on, it's just understanding where you're stepping, attention to the cuts that you're making, keeping your legs inside of your frame, making sure that that you're conscious of what you're doing. Slipping is, I mean, you shouldn't slip because you should keep your body inside your frame. So, I mean, it's part of football. I mean, football is football no matter where you're playing. You got to just play through all elements on all surfaces. So, I mean, we'll get out there and play regardless.
All good on Darius? All right. Thanks, Darius.
Thank you.
Defensive staff are watching back the Oregon tape. What were the takeaways to the D-line?
You know, there's always, after a loss like that, there's always going to be areas where you need it proven, and it's about a response. And you know, we watched the film. You know, we know what happened, and as a D-line, you know, we got to respond, and we got to play better up front, and just have fun while we're doing it. You know, technique, fundamentals, and whatnot.
You'll be playing against old friend Martez Lewis this weekend and a physical Northwestern offensive line. What stands out about them?
They play hard. They play really hard. You know, they play 60 minutes, and so do we. So.
How much are you looking forward to the experience of playing at Wrigley Field this weekend?
It's definitely different. You know, I'm excited, but at the end of the day, where we play and doesn't really affect us at any time. You know, the expectation is to go out there and play our hardest. So.
Is it starting to hit you that you've only got a few games left here at the college level?
Yeah, it is. Every day after a practice, I reflect on it, and I'm like, man, I only got so many of these things left. So just really focusing on this week and doing everything I can to become a better player this week, and focus on being 1-0 versus Northwestern is kind of what I've been doing. But yeah, it's coming, and it's coming pretty fast.
What's your best memory of being here?
Man, a lot of memories. I'd say my best memories were just on those Tuesday mornings or those mornings before a run, and you know, you're sore, you're beat up, but I'm with my brothers. So, yeah, picking each other up and just going to work. Those were probably the core memories that are going to stick with me the most.
What have you learned about yourself through the journey, just ascending from being an in-state player to, you know, working your way up into a big contributing role by the end of your career?
Yeah, I've learned a lot. I learned to fail a lot and respond. And I learned how to become a better man, you know, a better football player. And I'm really thankful that I was able to come here because they've invested a lot into me. And, yeah, it's been one heck of a journey. And, yeah.
Anything else for Deven? All right.
Thanks.
You guys have a good one.
So when Danny was going over the defensive tape from Oregon, what were the biggest teaching points to the defense?
Just after watching Oregon, Coach Collins really emphasized just the fact that everybody needs to do their job. You know, we got guys trying to make, sometimes just going out of their way to make plays, and that kind of hurts us, especially with an inexperienced group. So just making sure everybody does their job is pretty important.
With you being a Chicago kid, how special is it to go play in Wrigley Field this weekend?
I grew up pretty much on the south side, about 30 minutes from downtown. Grew up a Sox fan, but have been to Wrigley a couple times for concert, field trip. So it'll be a great experience.
Do you have a lot of friends and family coming to the game to see you play?
Yeah, I do. Probably about 40, 50. Look forward to seeing all of them. And yeah, it'll be really, really good experience at Wrigley.
What stands out to you about the Northwestern offense?
They're physical, they're sound, they play tough. We had a really tough week, or physical week of practice this week, leading into this game. And, you know, they got good players. They do the simple things right, and it's going to be a good game.
How do you feel you guys rebounded from the disappointment of last week's game?
Kind of just looking at our process, you know, what do we need to change with our process as a whole, how we prepare, how we go out and practice. It's a true testament to who we are as a team when you play good teams like that, and you get exposed sometimes. But you know, this is a big week for us to bounce back and show, you know, the whole Big Ten and the country like who we are as a team.
What are some of the biggest things you've taken from Dev and Mav as you've started ascending into a larger role and kind of apply the things that they've taught you?
I would say one thing that both of them have definitely taught me is their leadership role on the team. Just having a voice. I think that's really important to be out there and lead as a linebacker. And yeah, they've taken me under their wing, and it's been good to have them around for sure.
With Gerlach out for the season, we saw Mason Carrier get more of a introduction into the game plan. What have you seen from him as he's stepping into a new role?
Yeah, he's been really stepping it up. He's been getting there a lot too with the playbook and everything, and just getting comfortable back there. But he plays physical, he plays tough, and we'll be seeing him a lot more as well.
How much do you like playing in a defense where, you can move to different alignments and mug around and do different stuff that Danny features you in schematically?
Yeah, Coach Collins likes to move me around a little bit, outside the box, inside the box, on the line. I like having versatility, and yeah, it's fun flying around and just playing football really.
Last time you played Northwestern at Evanston didn't go quite your way in the fourth quarter. What do you take from that game, motivation-wise, or even learning from what they did?
Yeah, I mean, it's a different season, different year, different team, but obviously good learning experience for us. Got to go in every game like it's your last, and I mean, you got to finish games, especially the ones that you're supposed to win. Like in that case, but we're excited for a dogfight this week and ready to play physical and violent.
Northwestern does a good job of getting angles in the ground game. What type of challenges does that present as a linebacker, just from an identification and block deconstruction standpoint?
I mean, I would say just making sure everybody's technically sound. I mean, everybody does their job and plays physical. That's how you stop the run, and that's how you stop a good team like Northwestern.
Anything else for Matt?
Thanks, guys.